The UFC has spanned an incredible 27 years and held over 250 major events since its inception. Who knew the UFC would have such a long-lasting and continued legacy? Today, we would like to take a look at a major milestone event for the promotion, UFC 200. UFC 200 was the second centennial event of the league's history. And this event featured some of the biggest names in mixed martial arts, from legends such as Silva to rising stars like Amanda Nunes. Today we're going to cover some of the most iconic moments from UFC 200. This is Ultimate MMA. The first matchup was a championship battle of heavyweight strikers. Velasquez was a solid Muay Thai fighter while Browne had explosive striking power. Only one would leave the octagon as a champion. In the first round, Velasquez landed a spinning back kick and followed it up with a flurry of punches that took Browne down. After a few exchanges, it was clear that Browne was off balance.
Whoa, look at that. Wheel kick by Cain Velasquez.
Oh, he got hurt.
Oh, he tagged him. Travis
Big shot.
Travis moved out of that. Oh,
and again, Velasquez on top. Big ground and pound.
Cain all over him here. Travis is stuck. Travis is in real trouble. He's eating some hard shots.
10 seconds. Velasquez might get the stop here. It is all over. Cain Velasquez, the winner.
Velasquez delivered some heavy ground and pound shots to secure a TKO victory just before the end of the first round. Next was a meeting of two of the UFC's marquee fighters, Jose Aldo and Frankie Edgar, for the featherweight championship. After a devastating loss to Conor McGregor, Aldo was eager to prove himself and go after the featherweight title once again. But Frankie Edgar had developed a lot as a mixed martial artist, and he wasn't going to go down easily. It started out with the two exchanging strikes as expected. Aldo was particularly hesitant up front. As the rounds went on, Aldo got settled in and turned up the aggression.
Good combination by Aldo. Aldo's putting some heat on these punches, Mike. Oh, both men exchange.
The fight went all rounds, and in the end, Aldo's clean and persistent strikes gave him the edge with the judges. Jose was able to take home the win and secure the interim title. The next fight was meant to be a Daniel Cormier versus Jon Jones rematch, but it was revealed soon before the match that Jones didn't pass the drug test. While Cormier was obviously disappointed, he couldn't have been too upset at the chance to fight UFC legend Anderson the Spider Silva. Right off the bat, Cormier wasn't going to let this be a stand-up fight. DC quickly took Silva to the mat and used his weight advantage to dominate on the ground.
There it is. And he's got it. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Anderson Silva does not want to carry Daniel Cormier's weight.
He definitely does not. Daniel is thick and powerful and has tremendous posture, and it's incredibly difficult to control him on the ground, especially when he's on top of you and fresh like this.
The fight more or less stayed this way for all three rounds, with Cormier taking control of the fight with his superior wrestling skills. With the exception of a vicious kick to the body by Silva, Cormier clearly dominated all three rounds and came out with a win by unanimous decision. Brock Lesnar headlined the promotion's first centennial event, UFC 100, so it was great to see that 100 events later he was still in the game. This matchup with Lesnar against Mark Hunt had a lot of buzz. After all, UFC 100 was made famous for Lesnar's complete decimation of Frank Mir. This time, the fight made it all the way to the third and final round. Lesnar wasn't going to leave anything to chance. Lesnar quickly took Hunt to the floor and began to execute his signature ground and pound.
And there's a shot. He's got the single. Can he complete it? Tremendous amount of energy he's exerting here. And he gets it.
Fourth takedown for the former champion.
He's in mount.
He's in a great position here to finish the fight.
Lesnar secured his win by unanimous decision, giving him a 100% win rate in 100 numbered UFC events. While it may not have been the most exciting Brock Lesnar fight, it's always a pleasure to watch the mountain of a man hammer opponents into the ground. The main event would be for the Women's Bantamweight Championship. Miesha Tate first made a name for herself by submitting champion Holly Holm. But would she be able to take on the Lioness Amanda Nunes? Nunes was quickly rising as a dominant force in the women's bantamweight division. Nunes proved she was an extremely well-rounded fighter who could not be taken down easily. This matchup would determine which woman deserved to carry the championship. Nunes wasted no time and immediately rocked Tate with some strong jabs and crosses. The Lioness's strikes got more and more devastating throughout the match. They would put Tate on the ground, where Nunes swooped in for a submission by rear naked choke in the first round.
Blood, Mike.
Feels the belt around her waist.
Amanda's got her back here. Miesha's got to use really good defense here, but this might be the best thing for her. She needs a hammer fist, though.
Big shots by the Lioness. Huge first round for the Brazilian.
She's got her back. She's got one hook in.
Trying to finish Miesha.
She's got the choke.
It is all over! Amanda Nunes is the first female Brazilian UFC champion!
Wow.
This made Nunes the first woman from Brazil to win a UFC championship belt. We're still not so sure there's anybody that can take the Lioness down. What was your favorite moment from UFC 200? Who would you like to see Amanda Nunes fight next? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and check back every week for more of the best in mixed martial arts. This is Ultimate MMA.